Welcome everybody, we're Team GE and Steve Bula. We also have Colin Frank and Mike Hayes, and we're going to be talking about GE's global environment. GE has realized that to stay dominant in this technology-fueled global environment, they must embrace the resources and capabilities of pretty much every country around the world. And they tried to do so by expanding to over 100 countries. Half of GE's revenue is generated outside of the United States. And they've expanded in Northern and Southern Asia, Australia, New Zealand, Europe, the Middle East, Africa, as well as Latin America. GE is effective abroad. They're trying to help expanding economies. Growing economies like China and India will only profit from working with GE and vice versa. They're building infrastructure such as power plants and water purification facilities, and trying to develop the resources so the countries can better harness their potential. They're also assisting in giving cutting-edge health care to countries, such as this clinic in India. You can see here, this little guy is drinking some clean water that GE has purified for him. And a big part of their commitment abroad is the Healthy Imagination Initiative, which they've invested $6 million into. It's a global commitment to deliver better health care at a lower cost, and there's three main categories that they're going for. First being broad-based diagnostics, which is things such as patient monitoring and disease diagnosis. Second, healthcare information technology, which is mainly electronic medical records. So no matter where a patient is, the doctor will have their files right on hand. And life sciences, which is pretty much research and stem cells and stuff, and they're trying to develop biopharmaceuticals and vaccines. Alright, so GE's global research centers. Their headquarters is in New York, and they've also expanded into India. The John F. Welch Technology Center was opened in 2000 with only 275 employees, but now they've expanded and it's over 4,300. They also have opened up centers in China and Europe, and global research has always been the cornerstone of GE's innovative technologies. Since 100 years ago, when their first industrial research facility was opened up.
I'm Colin Frank, and I'm here to talk about GE's Developing Health Globally program. It was a program started in 2004, and the purpose of it was to help people in need in poorer countries throughout the world. They started it in 2004 with a $20 million investment in African communities, but since then has grown to a $30 million investment, and they have made a commitment of 5 years on that. Their main goal is to improve healthcare delivery to some of the world's most poor and vulnerable people in the world. In 2007, they expanded to reach the program into Latin America, and now reaches out to 11 different countries in that region. They do this by setting up hospitals in these countries. They're placed in communities of about 200,000 people, and these people have a few days' walk at least to get to the nearest hospital. These hospitals are fitted with just typically one doctor and some other trained employees, but they fitted them with new equipment such as x-rays, ultrasound, anesthesia, patient monitoring, infant warmer, water filters, and backup power systems. Before these upgrades, people were still getting surgeries without anesthetic and heart monitors and all that stuff, so this has been a big program for GE, and now they've even continued expanding, and they finally reached Cambodia over in Asia. Now into water technology. Water use is growing at more than twice the rate of the population increase in the world. And most people think this is just in other poorer countries, but it's actually could hit the United States within the next decade. It's estimated that most states could have scarce water supplies. And by 2025, 1.8 billion people will be living in countries or regions with water scarcity. Looking at these predictions, GE has invested in these water technologies. One of their big ones is the ZeeWee membrane technology. More than 600 of these water treatment plants are in operation, in design, or under construction at the moment. And these plants are deployed for small to very large municipal and industrial plants. They can treat about 50 million gallons of water per day. And then along with that, they've introduced the ZMOD package systems. These are upgrades to their current water treatment plants, and these are great for more smaller capacity water use plants. They provide a 40% increase in treatment capacity and up to 75% reduction in energy consumption. They're now investing in reverse osmosis and electrodialysis. The reverse osmosis is used to remove dissolved impurities in water through use of semi-permeable membrane, and it recovers about 50% of water that would otherwise be lost down the drain. Electrodialysis, Reversal Technologies, is a electrochemical separation process that removes ions and other charged species from water and other fluids, making them drinkable to humans. With these new technologies on the rise, less people will have to worry about being without water, and will also be better for the overall health of the environment. And with us next will be Mike Hayes, talking about the environment after this short commercial break.
Native Wisconsin tribesman struggling to find clean water in his local habitat. Here he comes upon a stream full of dirty water. But he's forced to drink it because he has no other option.
What? Somebody's drinking dirty water. General Electric.
General Electric, supplying the world with cleaner, safer water.
In 2005, GE developed a program called Ecomagination, and through Ecomagination, GE is helping solve the world's biggest environmental problems. The program has three main commitments. The first one is to invest in research and development globally, and they have 30,000 technologists located in the 4 major research centers that Steve mentioned before around the world. Second is to reduce greenhouse gas emissions, and also to improve the energy efficiency of their own operations. And third is to reduce water use and also improve water use. And that includes water from portable, process, and sanitary operations. One of their main focuses is obviously on energy, and GE realized that the need to make smarter and more efficient use of the world's energy resources has never been greater. They're continually introducing new products and evolving existing ones that use energy more efficiently and benefit the customers and the environment. Some examples of these technologies that they've come up with. For a locomotive, they've developed something called Trip Optimizer, and it's a system that finds the optimum speed profile over a trip, which in the end minimizes time and fuel consumption. Another one is the flight management system called TrueCourse, which is a software system that assists in flight. And if we were to use this, it would avoid the emissions of over 280 metric tons of CO2 a year. Alright, and that's it. Take care of your daughter.
Drink clean water.